Okay, now do you have sound? Hmm. Okay, cool. All right, sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, just a button I pressed. Okay. All right, sweet. Thanks for your patience, y'all. So that was a result of a classic Baxter moment, a classic me moment where last week after class, I went down this absurd rabbit hole to see if I could make the sound better, which you guys have been telling me is awesome. And I don't know why I did it. And I did all this work, and then I realized that it didn't sound better. And so I tweaked all these buttons, and so I forgot to press one. Looks like we're back on. So yeah. But I'm not beating up on myself, okay? Because that same quirk that led to 3 hours of wasted energy also has helped me and helps me more than it hurts me, but I just have to embrace it sometimes. So anyway, is my mic too loud or distorted? Let me know. I think I also figured out a way to make the music sound better, especially when I'm on iTunes. We sort of stumbled into that last week. So you guys let me know if I'm coming through distorted on my mic. Let me know. I think I might be a little bit. So let's bring that down. Okay. Is that better? All right. Okay. Hopefully we're getting this rocking. Okay. Sad news, and Anne may have told y'all on the stream already. I had kind of forgotten. There's a lot going on, but Anne is now not going to be able to be in most of these Tuesday night classes. She's in a new semester of school. Her classes, I think all of them, but it's grad school, so they're all at night, and she is not going to be able to be here. She is going to be here on January 27th, and then I think sometime in March. But for the most part, she is going to be part of Wake and Flow. She likes doing those, and she wants to stay and be a part of it. So she'll be here, I think, this Saturday, or at least the next Saturday after that. The mic situation with her, we figured it out, or I figured it out last week after class, that it was just a cable issue. That happens a lot. Cables break. That's sometimes well, never mind. I won't get into that, but especially microphone cables. And so the one that we had broken enough that it was really spotty, and you had to hold it just right. And so we fixed all that. We may be buying her a new mic anyway to fix because the headset one is indeed not working, so we may get one there. So in Anne's absence, I want to, and I told you guys I was going to do this just in case anyone decides they ever want to get into hooping, and they somehow discover us on YouTube. I want to kind of reset and go through a lot of the foundations for the first, for a while. And then I'm open to suggestions, and I don't want it to always be like super too beginner. But one of the things that I think y'all like about this class, I hope you do, or at least about this class, is that we never move past the foundation. Like it's what everything's built on. So we do foundational work a lot anyway. And tonight we're going to talk about waist hooping. If you have any fitness goals for your hooping, if you're trying to get into it, I would say if you're trying to get into it for fitness hoop goals, it may not be the most efficient way to lose weight or get in shape quickly or whatever, but it may be the funnest, most fun way to find an activity that will keep you in any activity. That's the really thing, is like if the activity that you're doing to get in shape is one that you're not that crazy about, it's really hard to stick to it. And so the advantage that hooping has for some people is if you like dance, if you like listening to music, you don't have to like those things. You don't even have to hoop to those things. But if you do, and that's usually a pretty big group that likes to dance and likes music, the hoop's fun factor may be more important than its efficiency. And I will tell you that when I first got into hooping, we didn't know about shoulder hooping. We didn't know about these things. We only knew waist hooping on the court, and we didn't even take the hoop off body except to do like weaves and things like that, and maybe like a jump through. But we didn't really even think. We thought of that more as like a trick that you would do like between songs or during a song just to mix it up or whatever. But with only waist hooping for like my first whatever year, or I don't know, I'm bad at time, but for an extended period, I was only waist hooping. I got into some of the best shape of my life, and I started to carry myself differently. I had loads of hoop bliss moments. I felt flow. So all of those things that like people love about hooping were very much available to me when I only knew how to waist hoop. Now, I didn't have any like physical holdbacks. Like I didn't have any like injuries or things that made it so I couldn't waist hoop. If you can't waist hoop, or if you can't do some of these fundamental things because of injuries or whatever the reason, just use this as a free hoop and just use it as a chance to, to stay with us and stay in your hoop. But you are not limited. If you're a beginner, you are not limited to the gloom of never reaching a flow state, or for not feeling like the hoop is making any difference. There are things that the hoop gave me that are not obvious, that can be given to you, like from the hoop, that you can receive from the hoop. And one of those is body awareness, like feeling full body and like feeling full embodiment, like where you're no longer just brain inside of a body. You feel much more of those connected. Especially with core hooping, you're developing a sense of touch on your back, which is something that like most activities do not require you to be able, or to vibe off or pick up on any sort of like feedback, like sensory feedback from your back. And so that process of learning how to feel on a body part that you don't usually feel with, we don't usually sense unless we're scratching a post or something with our back. We don't usually sort of sense that. And so just developing the sense of what we call night side and HoopPath is a huge, huge benefit to you, and it changes the way you feel in your body. I think it opens up, I don't know. I don't want to like sound stupid here, but I think it opens up neural pathways. I think it's a way to just sort of increase neuroplasticity. Like I think that it really opens up a lot to you. And the other thing it might not be about how much weight you're losing, but what you're gaining. And for me, like I started to make up the difference between my dominant side and my non-dominant side, or what we call in HoopPath your big sister tree and your little sister tree. But being able to develop, I'm right-handed. It's my dominant side. It's what I write with. It's what I throw with. It's whatever Developing my left side, though, my non-dominant side, whichever that is for you, game changer. Game changer. It, like, all of a sudden, like, instinctively, I was catching things with my left hand. When I was going to catch myself, I had more stability immediately. As we get older, falls can become much, much more detrimental to us than when we're 19 or 18 years old. So this ability to fully utilize both halves of the body, both, the left and right, has a huge impact, and I think it will have a huge impact on, as we age with our hoops. So all that being said, let's get going. Okay. All right. So, let's sway up. Oh, okay. Cursor. There we go. Okay, here we go. I think we're all set. Hopefully you're hearing sound and everything else. All right, I think we're going to start with kind of a faster sway song tonight so that we can kind of jump into waist tubing, because we're going to do a lot of waist tubing tonight. Okay, here we go. We're actually going to want to go something a little bit slower. I play this song a little too much for sway, but I want to jump into waist tubing. Audible breath in. All right, I'm starting to freak out. Am I still on? Hopefully I'm still on. Audible breath in. To get us started, To get us started tonight, what I want to do Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, cool. To get us started tonight, what I want to do is I want us to focus on our breathing. And I want you to breathe into the container that is you. So I want you to imagine that your body kind of is more of a shell, that it's more empty of all your organs and things, and that it's this empty space, and that you are breathing into that empty space, that room, or that, inside space. Audible breath in. Tonight in our waist tubing, we're going to work with the idea of the body as this empty space. And when you breathe, you are filling that empty space. And when you breathe out, you are emptying that space. now, I know this is going to be weird, but what I want you to do is to imagine like a point or points or a form of white light or bright light or yellow light, and that's going to be your animating point. And what I mean by that is that you're going to visualize light with your movement. Audible breath in. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay, so now this is how this is going to go. I'm going to try to build this metaphor before. I've used it before, but okay, so we're this shell, okay? So we're this empty thing, and you can imagine that you have like a marble or a round ball or whatever, and it can roll inside of this emptiness. And so if I move around like this, right, I'm imagining that inside of me, like here, there's like a ball that's moving around, okay? And this is me rolling that ball around me. This is me rolling it at the shoulders. And I can also bounce that ball between the front and the back of me, right? And if I put one foot in front of the other, it's a little bit easier to do this, but I can bounce that ball back and forth. Boom, 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 boom. Or I can roll it. And it doesn't have to be a bounce back and forth. Like this is me kind of at a 45. This is me if I switch feet and do the other one. All right, so let's grab our hoops. Okay, I know what I want to hear. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm on the waist here. And I'm going to play with these two ideas. Is my mic loud enough? I feel like it's not. All right, I don't know what's going on. Okay, here we are. So we're going to play with these two ideas of moving. There we go. Okay, maybe I just can't hear it in here. Up. All right, let's see. Is that better? So we're going to play with these two ideas. I'm on the waist. This is, and you may not be able to see it visually, but this is me rolling that ball around inside of me. Okay, cool. This is me bouncing that ball back and forth. Sometimes what happens when you're trying to learn to waist hoop is that you're only pushing forward and it feels really awkward. And so one of the reasons that you do develop like a sense of touch on your back is because your body realizes it first, and then your mind comes along and it realizes like, oh, if I am thinking about push this way and push this way, even if I'm not timing it perfectly, right, where it's just perfect, if I just remember that I need night side push, that I need push from my back out, right, then it helps me make this nice, clean sort of rock step bounce. I can switch feet. And then this is me rolling that. Now, when it comes to rolling the hoop or speeding it up, or when it comes to rolling the hoop and speeding it up, if I imagine that I have a center line that's, right now I'm going to imagine one center line, it's going down right through the middle of my body, and that this ball, is pulling away from my skin and it's in orbit around my center line. And then if I shorten that orbit, right, like if this is my center line and it's out here, if I bring that rotation closer and closer and closer in, the hoop speeds up. Uh-oh. If my feet are staying where they are, if they're not moving around, I'm what's called rooted. So this is rooted waist hooping that I'm doing right now. Even if I'm like doing the bounce technique, I'm doing the rock step, rooted, 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 right? So if I was just getting started in hooping and I was just barely able to keep this focus, the hoop up, once I can keep it up, like, without too much concern that it's going to fall, like if I can hold it for 30 seconds, then I'm going to start uprooting, and then re-rooting, and that's how I'm going to develop my dance in the hoop. So if I pick my hoop foot up and I drop it over here, I find this rhythm, I pick it up, I drop it over here. Now I'm sort of exaggerating it. At the beginning, you're probably not going to be able to do that. Maybe you can, but you just make it quick. And so it's like teaching yourself how to walk almost. Like I'm going to switch here, and here, and then here. And your body is doing all this crazy math and memory right now, and it's remembering how to keep the hoop up in every different foot position. So if you want to open your dance up, that's what we're going to kind of do right now, is you can practice taking big wide steps and leaning into them. Let's say I've been hooping for a while, I know how to waist hoop. Then you would push the exercise a little bit more, kind of like what I was just doing, and take a big step. The direction the hoop is traveling right now is called a current. The hoop is in a current around me. And the first current, the first direction that I ever have any mastery of at all, like where I feel like I have any kind of control, that's called your first current. And so the other direction is called your second current. And it develops the same way your first current develops. So I'm doing these same rock steps, I'm rolling, I'm bouncing, side to side bounce, And then I'll do the big steps. Okay. Yeah, I get that. All right. Here we go. Oops. Okay. So, we've got the body. We're taking big steps. We're now going to take our body and instead of seeing it as one big empty space, we're going to see it as two empty spaces that run lengthwise down the body. So I have this like, let's see. So I have this like left component of me, and then I have this right component. So this is sort of an empty thing, and this is sort of an empty thing. And then what we can do with that is then we imagine that those two spaces, each one of them has its own center line. So this half of me, the center line would be like right here, and on this half of me, the center line would be like right here. So we're going to open that up, and now we can think of kind of like two balls or one ball that bounces between them. And in HoopPath, what we call those two spaces is our two trees. So you have one tree, which is your right side, and you have another tree, which is your left side, and it goes all the way up to your wrist, because we have a different name for this, and then it goes all the way down through your feet, okay? Like literally through your feet. Imagine that it's like a tree, so your feet are the roots, and then, this would be like the tip of the furthest leaf, okay? Or thereabouts. So let's bring some music back on. All right, like that. Okay. So I'm back on the waist, and we're going to imagine that we are these two trees. And so I'm going to shift my weight over. I'm going to put more of my weight on one of the two trees right now. This is me leaning all the way back onto one, and this is me pushing forward. And so when I want to go up onto one leg, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into the standing tree, and I'm going to tighten that orbit here and really focus on that orbit. I'll come over here. And so that orbit is being grounded around the center line of that one side, right? And that's tightening it up. So what I'm doing right now is actually like an old school HoopPath idea. It's in my DVD that was horrible. But where you go up and you wrap, like this ball of awareness, this moving light, whatever it is, this ping pong ball, whatever you want to call it, is moving around there, and then it's coming to here. And one of the things that we used to do on HoopPath a lot, especially in the beginning, was try to spend some time drilling being up on one leg. I'm going to reverse into second current. A good idea is from the jump, from the very beginning of your hoop life. If you drop the hoop in core hooping, pick it up and go the other way with it. It's just a super organic and nice way to keep everything, learning in as most balanced way as possible. If going from one solid balance to another solid balance is a drag or it's boring, then just take big steps, or if it gets too hard right now, take a big step, come up, and then take another step. It is easier to move your hands to allow them to move. So if I wanted to make it harder, then I would put my hands in sort of a posture, and this is something that we used to do just in drills. So I come up here and maybe I stick my hand out, because this is actually harder than if I'm just moving my hands around. Actually, let me show you something. No. Alright, I can't find it. I'll think of it. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. This is what I was going to show you. Sorry. Okay, so I'm here, and I think this angle will do a better job of this. So as I'm stepping up, or as I'm moving from leg to leg, this can help you stabilize the hoop to see, imagine that you are when I step up onto one, that my waist, everything that's touching the hoop is moving up into the hoop. And then when I fall back, or when I come back, I'm falling into the hoop. And this will give you a little extra oomph on the hoop. So as I come up, I'm looking in my head, or in my mind's eye, and I'm trying to see my energy push up into the hoop. And then when it falls back, it's falling back into the hoop. And so this helps put a little zing on the hoop. I fall back into it. So every time, I'm pushing up, falling down, and then back up. If that makes sense to anybody, you're awesome. I know that one's kind of a tough one to get. All right. Okay. Actually, that's not the best song for core hooping. All right, let's try this one. All right. Do we need a water break? How is everybody doing? Okay. So, just now when I was hooping at the end, hopefully you're not watching me. You're in such your own flow that you didn't even look up. But if you were watching me, when I was coming up onto 1 foot, I was starting to let my hands go a little bit. The reason that we don't call the hands part of the trees is because we refer to them as birds. Okay, cool. We refer to them as birds, which is just like metaphorical. Like we don't actually, like in regular conversation, we would say hands. But when we say birds, we're really referring to a concept of awareness about our hands. And what that means is that we're seeing each hand as an independent flying animal organism. Oh, okay, cool. And so what I learned, what I wasn't teaching early on when I first started teaching hooping, I was sort of teaching it like, let's learn how to keep it on the waist, and then let's move our hands, right? I wasted like a year and a half of people's like awesome patience with me, because I realized later in my hooping, especially in my hoop teaching, that moving your hands, because I had moved my hands from the beginning because I was trying to make it look like I was dancing when I was in the hoop. I didn't want to look like I was hula hooping. I had all these, images, right or wrong, from the 50s and girls with beehives doing that. And that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to look like. No shame on that. No shade, but that's just not where I was. And so I wanted to look like I was dancing. And so when I was like, from pretty much the beginning, as soon as I could keep it up at all, I was trying to move my hands. But what I was noticing in my classes is I was allowing people to do what we call T-Rexing. And then, like with the idea, they didn't want to hoop like this, but they wanted to learn how to hoop, and then they were going to start moving their hands. I wish I had just told everybody, start moving your hands from the beginning. We're going to do that right now, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right. So this exercise in a HoopPath class, we would call this 2 birds, okay? And so the idea is that as you're waist hooping, you're going to keep your hands moving. Now, you should be down for it. Now, if you're not sure how to move your hands, exactly. If you're not sure how to move your hands, I recommend imagining that you're stirring a big pot. You've got 2 pots in front of you, and you're going to stir each of them, right? And if I go the direction, like if my hand is stirring in the direction the hoop is going, now, if you do like doing some of that, like when you're coming up onto 1 foot, if you're struggling with that, try stirring. It really makes a difference. I'm trying to do this in big slides. It's kind of hard. The me is only you. I know anybody's gonna be lonely without the reason they got someone to care for. Maybe all you need to show that you cry on. If that's a fact, then I'll be more than you ever could dream of. If all you need is my time, that I got plenty of, I'll dedicate all my love to you only, baby. I wanna stay by your side, be there to cool you up, and let you know I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. I
need is the time that I got plenty of. I'll dedicate all my love unto you only, baby. I wanna stay by your side, be there to cool you up, and let you know, I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. There ain't no other for me, it's only you. Feel like something could be going on.
Feel like something could be.
Feel like something could be going on. There ain't no other for me, it's only you.
Reverse. Oh yeah, for those of you that do this a minute, reverse is on one tree and staying, on that one tree.
I'm a
Right.
walking fashion statement. I'm a walking fashion statement. I'm a walking fashion statement.
And I'm
I'm
trying.
a walking fashion
The rock
statement.
star.
I'm a walking fashion statement.
Keep my hands going.
Walking fashion statement.
Yeah.
I'm a walking fashion statement.
Yeah.
I'm a walking fashion.
Come on.
I'm a walking fashion statement.
Uh-huh.
I'm a walking fashion statement.
Uh-huh.
I'm a walking fashion statement.
Yo. I'm a walking fashion statement. Beverly Hills with the bills all blazing. Flagrant, I'm an eyesight like LASIK. Fresh, but them hoes get undressed but naked. She, I'll take it, throw it in the bag. Don't need to hit the price twice, throw it on my tab. Put your brass second on my ass, no homo. Jeans ain't retail yet, no promo. Must I remind you, I'm sick like the swine flu. Do the math, homie, everything I do is times two. And my chain might blind you. Stick with it, hope you know the label that won't sign you. Get your weight up, wake up and get your cake up. Total bank over your wardrobe is a disgrace, bruh. Stunting in the club, room full of V-necks. Iced out G-Shock, we wet, looking epic, we on.
I'm a walking fashion statement.
Huh?
I'm a walking fashion statement.
Say what?
I'm a walking fashion statement.
Yeah.
I'm a walking fashion.
The rock star.
Fashion statement.
Why, big?
Fashion statement.
That's right.
Fashion statement.
Let them know.
Walking fashion statement.
A resuit teased by the C-note. With a pair of jeans you ain't never ever seen, no. It's YB, ho. And I be so clean, VIP with my Gorilla Pinos. Would it be, though? What's in the bag, girl? I'm in the Gucci store. Popping tags, girl. Louis gave Kanye his
Yeah, I
own
like this
shoe.
track, too.
Well, tell Louis that I'ma need my own, too. When I step in the outlets, you see the outfits that I come out with. Your fit ain't about
Okay,
shit.
go ahead
I got the
and,
black radii with the brown tips. Most you rap niggas
Go
is
ahead and
tasteless.
open up a little
Not
bit
me, I
and
get fashion and facelift.
move
And
with the
even
current
TLC
and against
gotta
the
take
current.
this. You gotta pay me to take
Mine
this,
is
cause I'm a
counterclockwise. I'm turning with it.
I'm a walking fashion statement.
Say what?
This is me turning against it.
Yeah.
I'm a walking fashion.
Yo. Yeah. You know what it is. We right here, you see us. But where you at though? Huh? Yo, billionaire mafia draped on my body. Expect to taste lace from head to toe at the party. I'm winning how I'm killing them. Just look at me. I'm winning how I'm killing them. Bitch, look at me. I'm in something nasty, disgusting outfits. You wish you had this, how I have this. But I'm not average, so you can't say shit. Cause this ain't basic. You got to face it. Just raid my closet. I got collections, ain't color scheme, all kinds of directions. It might be a blessing, but I think not. And since a toddler, I was off that hot shit. That's why they cop it. After I rock it, my sponsors profit, so it's all logic. Wet like a faucet, I know I'm cold. You smell my style like some Gucci cologne. I'm on. I'm a walking fashion state. Huh?
I'm a walking fashion statement.
Say what?
I'm a walking fashion statement.
Yeah.
I'm a walking fashion.
Yo.
I'm a walking fashion statement. 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 I'm a walking fashion statement.
Wow, okay. All right. Where are we at? Okay, I need y'all to Can somebody remind me if, like, sometime in November we decided, or there was a vote to increase the time limit of class? I know some people have commitments; they have to get out at 8. But did we talk about maybe bumping it up 15 minutes? I'm not sure. If we did, I'm cool doing that. If I dream that whole thing, I'm also cool just keeping it an hour. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. If you've been doing hooping with me, or just even whatever kind of hooping you want, if your heart rate is not up right now, then you're probably not hooping to get in shape, because you're probably in some kind of sick marathon runner shape. For most of us, our heart rate is up. And just having it up like this and sustaining it up for a while is going to give us an awesome feeling, if not right now, in about 30 minutes from now. Okay? So another, hooping is it's not like the child you raise that never says thank you, right? Like, it gives back. Okay, well, what did we ever conclude? I think I'll probably just run a little bit past the time tonight. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the donation, Lindsay. Appreciate that. But we're going to go a little bit longer. And I think I liked this song. We'll check it out. Okay, so here's our next exercise. Our next exercise is really easy. Don't do it if you're in an unsafe space, but it's blindfolded. It's blindfolded hooping, or blindfolded. Like, you can use a literal blindfold. You can just close your eyes. I really recommend closing them tight. If you do use a blindfold, I recommend not cheating and looking down. Not that that's really cheating, but it is the biggest single training technique that changed my entire life and changed my whole relationship to hooping, to my hooping, to how I hooped, was when I went blindfolded. That was what I needed because of the way my brain organizes. I was too distracted looking around, and by going blindfolded, it really helped me feel my movement more deeply. And I know this sounds like a super hippie thing to say, but it's the best way I can phrase it, and I am a hippie. But getting inside, closing my eyes, it helped me sort of feel the hoop's rhythm instead of looking and my brain trying to figure out the rhythm. I just cut out the middleman of my eyes, and I went blindfolded and just started hooping. So we're going to hoop blindfolded to this song, or with your eyes closed. I think this is a good song. I feel like it was. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like this track. Go with this. Whoa. All right, never mind. All right, let's skip that. All right, here we go. Being blindfolded just helps me feel the rhythm of the song. And it helps me feel the rhythm of the hoop and really dance with those two. I will say that it is much harder to balance on one leg when you're blindfolded. Reverse. If you follow with your awareness, right, the path of contact, it'll really help you sense it all the way around. So bring your awareness to your night side, to your back, and see if you can feel every sort of step of the hoop as it rolls around. That one went quick. Okay. Oh yeah, I love that track too. Maybe we'll use that one for a free hoop. So let's see, we're at 8:04. All right, so maybe we'll just do some free hooping. If you're sick, if your waist is sore, you can skip that. Or if you want to keep it on the waist, maybe that would be good. I do kind of like this song for waist hooping. Not your usual candidate for a waist hoop song, but pretty good. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Let me add one thing to this. If you're looking for a drill, if you're not ready to free hoop and you're looking for a drill, it's not the best name for this, but we used to call this the subtlety drill. And that is where you intentionally try not to jerk as much and you try to like hoop without moving as erratically as possible. So I'll show you what this looks like. So this is just sort of me hooping, doing my thing. If I wanted to sort of subtleize it, I'm going to do something like this, where I'm trying to be a little bit more subtle than like bouncing around, okay? Not that one's better, but this is just like a drill that you do. You can sort of think of it as like the hardly move exercise. Like if I want to try to imagine to hardly move, and some days you're better at this than other days, and maybe y'all can't even see a difference between my moving erratic and my trying to be subtle. Tightening the abs will help you be subtle with it too. For some reason, a lot of people think tightening the abs helps them. All right. Bring the music back here. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, that was fun for me. Oh. All right. Okay, cool. All right. Maybe we should keep this going. Yeah, I think we're gonna keep this going. We'll do one more for anybody that wants to stick around and hoop to one more, and then we'll fade to green. Thank you guys. So Ann will be here, I think this Saturday, but she's gonna be making a couple of these. But otherwise, it's just going to be me on Tuesday nights. So, you know, there might be a little bit more court hooping than when Ann's around. She likes court hooping. She doesn't like to do it quite as long as I do. I like doing it for a whole class. It's not so much her thing. So maybe we'll work some core hooping in. And then, like I said, I wanted to sort of build on the foundations for the next few weeks. I'll try to lay out what those foundations are. Next week, it'll probably be hands. But we'll see. It might be basic moves, so let me think about that. Anyway, we'll go ahead and I'll let this play. It's a great song, and then I'll fade to green. So thank you guys. Okay, thank you guys.